Hello everyone, this is Professor Andrew. In this video, you will learn everything about IELTS and TOEFL. This video is intended for students who wish to go abroad for their higher studies and job. And by the end of this video, I promise you that you will have comprehensive knowledge about IELTS and TOEFL. So, what are IELTS and TOEFL? IELTS and TOEFL are language proficiency tests. It is conducted to make sure that you are competent enough to have conversation with the native English speakers. And how many language proficiency or tests are there? Is there only test for English? No. The thing is that I have given you a lot of tests in here. English alone has 10 plus language proficiency test, and there are countries which has their own language proficiency test. Japan has its own language proficiency test, Portuguese, German, everyone so. And since English speaking countries get a lot of immigrants, they have raised their standards to make sure that the immigrants don't struggle with the native people in there. Now, I want you to pause this video so you can go Google about it. So you will learn their frameworks. Now, what are IELTS and TELS? Now, IELTS and TOEFLs are the two most famous language proficiency tests. Just now I told you that there are more than 10 English language proficiency tests. So why are IELTS and TOEFL? Because IELTS and TOEFL are recognized everywhere. It is the famous of all, and as a result, candidates prefer it over other tests. And it's an universal key that unlocks opportunities across English speaking nations, which means that if you clear the exam, a lot of opportunities, a lot of doors will be opened for you. Clearing IELTS and TOEFL is like in having a passport. You may have no need to travel to a foreign country, but having one will expand your horizon. And besides that, adding your IELTS and TOEFL marks in your resume add more punch to it. Now, here are the basic question. What's the validity duration? If I clear this exam once, does it have a lifetime validity or lifetime duration? Second, what's the institutional requirement? Institutional requirement means cutoff. How much mark should I score? What is too low? What is too high? What's an exam fee? Yeah, Indians always ask this. And where does this exam takes place? Is it like an IS exam where I have to go to Delhi? All of your answers will be given in the next slide. The validity of both IELTS and TOEFL is 2 years. You have to clear it every 2 years. And employers have different score requirement. For example, the Cambridge University may ask you to score more than 90% in IELTS, whereas a normal college would ask you to score only half of it. For example, some universities may ask 5.5 out in IELTS exam. 5.5 is considered as an okay kind of mark. Now, what's the fee of IELTS? The fee of IELTS is 16,250 and the fee of TOEFL is 16,900. Remember, there is not much that difference between these two fee. And remember, I make this video in October 2023, and if you're watching this on October 2024, definitely you will find some kind of an change in this price, because these prices are based on US dollar and the pounds. Each year the value of a dollar increases, so does this price. So you should remember that. I am telling this to avoid any kind of misleading informations. And fourth point, exam centers. It takes place. It has exam centers all over the country, and each state at least has two exam center. You don't have to worry about it at all. Even our Tamil Nadu has two exam centers. I will explain it in. I will tell where those are in next slide. What is IELTS exam? What does IELTS stand for? International English Language Testing System. Okay. Why should I clear IELTS? It is to measure your English proficiency. It is like showing how much you weigh, how tall you are. That is why it will show you uh, you will measure your English proficiency. And where does it take place? In India alone, it has 78 certified test centers, and in Tamil Nadu it has two test centers, one in Coimbatore and one in Chennai. And this is the beautiful thing, it is conducted 48 times a year and 4 times a month, which is a lot. And it is conducted by Cambridge University, British Council, and IDP. See, this degree, if you clear IELTS, it will have a lot of value because it was backed by Cambridge University and it is recognized in 140 countries. If I ask my students, or even if you ask me to tell the name of 30 countries, I won't be able to do that. But in here, you can see that this certificate, this IELTS, clearing IELTS is recognized in 140 countries. And what are these 11,000 organizations? Which means that companies like Google and Amazon. And TOEFL, the full name of TOEFL is Test of English as a Foreign Language. The main purpose of its TOEFL is that students who wish to pursue their masters in foreign universities or prefer to have TOEFL. Yes, and especially in USA because the organization in USA conducts the TOEFL. So all those institution, top ranking tier 1 institution expect you to have a TOEFL score, and it's an internet based test. Okay, and it is conducted more than IELTS. IELTS is conducted for 40 times a year and TOEFL is conducted for 60 times a year. That's a good thing. And it is conducted by ETS, whereas IELTS was conducted by the Cambridge University. And it 160 countries recognize the merits of TOEFL, whereas IELTS was recognized in 140 countries. This TOEFL has 20 plus countries than IELTS. So, what's a pass mark? Do not go for pass mark, but having 6.5 is considered as an average mark in considered an average in IELTS, and do not score lesser than 6.5 in IELTS and not lesser than 80 in TOEFL. And clearing IELTS and TOEFL won't promise you any kind of job at all. It is more of a thing expected from you. You should have it. It's a basic thing, expectation. And how can I prepare that test? Since millions of students around the globe prepares for this exam, you don't have to worry about finding a good reading material because it is available free on the internet. You can also buy official materials from their website on TOEFL website and IELTS website. What's the main difference between TOEFL and IELTS? The main difference is that in IELTS, you would be speaking with a human. You will have a face-to-face interview with a human, whereas in TOEFL, in TOEFL it would be more like a telephonic conversation. In IELTS, the test is out of 9 marks, and in here it is for out of 120 marks. So when I said that you should score not lesser than 6.5, I meant 6.5 out of 9, not 6.5 out of 10. And in here TOEFL, the minimum mark is 680 out of 120, not 80 out of 100. And here are the few countries I have given below. Now, IELTS has two kind of exams. What are those? IELTS has IELTS General and IELTS Academic. If you got a placement in campus interview, you are expected to clear IELTS General soon. But if you got a scholarship from a foreign university, you are expected to clear IELTS Academic. That's the difference. One for a job, one for getting into college. And there is not much difference. For example, both general and academic conducts 4 tests. They measure your listening skill, speaking skill, reading skill, and writing skill. Both listening and speaking for general and academic are common, but reading and writing differs. In reading for general is that they will give you questions from reading passages from newspaper articles, books, and casual things which you will encounter in their country. But in academic, they will take passages from scientific articles, publications, and their books. And in writing test for academics, they will also give you a chart and graphs where you will have to write an essay based on the data they provided. From my point of view, IELTS academic is little bit tougher than IELTS general. Now, TOEFL is not offering two different tests at all, but it is offering two different modes. You can either attend an exam, their test in their exam center, or you at your home. But if you are attending it in the home, make sure that you fulfill their requirement. You are expected to have a good webcam, good laptop, and a room with no noise at all. You have to show a 360 degree of your room view, and that's the difference. But both of them have the same exam fee. And TOEFL is created for academic purposes. You should remember that. You shouldn't ask your employer to consider your TOEFL score when he is expecting an IELTS score. And I want you to pause this video for a second so you can take a screenshot of it. This is the present moments measuring score. In IELTS, the only thing you have to notice is that Each module is for 30 marks in TOEFL, and for IELTS it is for 9 marks. And you should remember another thing. In TOEFL, scoring 22 in listening test is considered as an advanced, but in reading, scoring 22 is considered one level below than advanced. See, there is a change. Each year they change this criteria, these values, and in IELTS it is always the same. 9 is considered as an expert in listening, 9 is considered as an expert in reading, so on and everything. And besides that, in TOEFL, your score is sum of all the marks you scored in listening, reading, speaking, and writing. But in IELTS, they give you an average mark. You should remember that. The test format. I want you to pause this video once again so you can take a screenshot of it, and this will prone to change. I have given you the exact minutes. The reason is that I could have given instead of 60 minutes, I could have given 1 hour. The reason why I didn't do it, because each of minutes matter. They say that in IELTS, one question you should not spend more than 1.5 minutes for each questions. That's why I have given you these things too. So this will help you a lot while preparing. Now to the final slide. Which one is best for you? For example, if you are in your final year and if you are planning to go to your job, means that it is best to clear IELTS general. But if you are looking for if you are looking to do a PhD in foreign universities, no PhD, not PhD, masters in foreign university, and I suggest you to do IELTS academic. Remember, TOEFL, you cannot expect your employer to take your TOEFL score instead of his expectation. That is, if your employer is expecting an IELTS, you shouldn't expect them to take your TOEFL score in consideration, because TOEFL is exclusively made for academic purposes. That is why, to be on a safer side, if you are not going to go to any kind of an higher studies, it is best to clear IELTS general.